how to use email marketing in the most effective manner. But before I go into that, I'd just like to ask, how many of you use email marketing today? And how many of you who are using email marketing are happy with the results? So probably about 20% of you are happy with the results. And those probably who are not, well, this is what we're going to try to see, how we can improve it. And for those who are happy, maybe some ways to find out how you can improve it further. But just before we start, I'd like to be able to get some points from you as well. If Karen can just write down, what are your major issues in marketing using email marketing? Anyone want to come up with some so we can see if we can answer them as well during the sessions? Sorry? Email address is right. So, yep. Any other one? Yes?
You lose the personal appeal of being on the phone or being in front of somebody.
Personal appeal? How do you retain that with email marketing? Anything else?
Message. What is the message?
What is the message? Okay. Yes? The content? Keeping it up to date? Interesting. Okay. How many do we have now? One more. Call to actions. Hi, Julie, how are you? Good. All right. So basically what we need to look at when we do email marketing, it's business development. As long as you are effective with your marketing, you will be effective in business growth. What I'd like you to take away from this session, and you might think it's surprising, I just want you to take away one point. I'll talk about many points, but just take away one point that you can implement within your own business. Once you implement that, you can consider the next one. But just think of one particular point that can improve the results of your efforts. First off is, why do you do email marketing? There has to be a business objective with email marketing. Is it because you want to sell online? You want to maintain relationships with your clients? You want to provide articles? What would you like to do? So there has to be, within your business, a main business objective to do email marketing. If you don't have one in your mind, you should think of one. And if you can't figure out one, please put away your email marketing objectives for the right point in time. Okay, because if you just email market without any particular objective in mind, you're going to lose the recipients or your readers. Okay, successful online marketing with emails. You need to have, even if you have that overall objective, with each email campaign you send out, there has to be a particular goal that you want to achieve from sending it out. You need to also look at providing that valuable, relevant information. If it's not relevant to the recipients, guess what? They're going to throw it away. So it's not what you want to say, it's what they want to hear. It's what they want to read. That's what's important to them. Providing an offer, okay? Again, think of email marketing as a direct response mechanism. You want to put out an offer for them to take action on. You want to also look at using landing pages. How many of you, with your email marketing campaigns, use a landing page? 1, 2, 3. So not many. What you need to focus on is use landing pages, and I'll talk about why you should be using landing pages as well in a short while. Good point, Doug. That's a good point. A landing page is simply a web page on the internet. Okay? It's simply a web page. Excellent question. I was going to go into that, but it's a good question. A landing page is just a web page. That's all it is. But I'll talk about how you can use it with email marketing. Last but not least, I was going to measure and track. You got to measure everything, because if you're not measuring it, don't do it. Absolutely don't do it, because there's no way of saying whether you're successful or you're improving it or not. And last but not least, this is the 40-40-20 rule. 40% of your success will be your relationship to the database that you're mailing to. If they know you, if they're warm to you, or just how you're relating to them. The next one, 40%, is the message that you're actually sending out to them. Is it information that's relevant to them, or entertaining, or interesting? And the last one, 20%, is how pretty or how how good looking your email message is. And the funny thing, when I talk to a lot of clients, they want to focus on how pretty it looks, when the two biggest things is not really on the prettiness. In fact, some of the simplest emails will produce the most effective results. We'll talk about those 6 elements of making it successful. First one, this is quite obvious really, it should be obvious, is you got to make it interesting to the recipient. Okay? How you can do that is you need to understand how your database or your mailing list is looking like. Who are they? What are they interested about? If you don't make the effort to analyze what they're interested in, all you're going to be talking about is what you think is important to them, which is important to you, not necessarily to your people who you're mailing to. Useful and engaging, again, it's got to be entertaining, really, quite frankly. Email marketing has got to be engaging. They must be able to do something with it. If you just send them something that they'll just be reading, that will not really be achieving the engagement aspect. Next, again, please, and I've seen so many times, one of the reasons, in fact, that I have suggested I do this session was I do, with Karen's help, the Wayang Whispers. Many of our members use it, but many of our members are not using it rightly. So I would like, as a result of this session, we can also use the Wayang Whispers more effectively. So providing the information, the educational, the promotional aspect that people will actually take action on. And of course, one of the things that we need to do in any marketing medium you do, whether it's Facebook, advertisement, mail outs, email marketing, you need to have an offer that is relevant only to that marketing medium. So they will feel special. They will feel important with that communication that they have received. They can only get that through that particular medium. And of course, in red, if you send the right message at the right time to the right people with the right call to actions, you will get the right results as well. That's what email marketing is all about. Going to number 2 is the copy. What is the copy? The copy is the message that you're sending out. Now, this is so important. Most important, if you can get copywriters to do something that if you can't do it yourself, copywriters are worth their weight in gold. Seriously. They are worth their weight in gold. So if you can spend a few bucks to get a copywriter, if you can't do it yourself, you should. Because the marketing message is the key. One of the techniques you can use is IDA. Anybody who's heard IDA before? Thank you. It's a good technique to use. Basically, it stands for attract attention, generate the interest, and create the demand, the desire, and give them a call to action. So keep that in mind. Your headlines, your beginning statements should create that action, that attraction, build the interest with whatever you're saying, and then they'll have a desire to say, oh, yeah, I want to look at it, I should do it, and give them a call to action. I've seen a lot of clients as well that says, oh, it's obvious, there's a phone number there, there's an email address there, they know what to do. No, you must tell them what to do. Give them that call to action. Okay? Keep it short and concise. I've seen long emails. Now, this is one of the benefits of doing with a landing page as well. You could say, click here for more information, buy now, see details, and those kinds of things takes you to the landing page. Don't make your email long. Not more than 40 words. Sorry, 400 words. Not more than 400 words. Okay? Speak to the recipient. One way you can be extremely successful with a copy is talk to the person. When you're writing it, make sure you're talking to a person. In your mind, have a person in mind. That's the ideal customer you're talking about. Who are you talking to? And when you write in emotive terms. Emotive terms. Emotive terms. What is an emotive term is? It catches me as a person. I feel it. I feel it. Not I think it, I feel it. So that's what you have to be writing. So when I get there, I get to read it, I said, that's me. That's me. If you write that way, you will be very effective in your marketing. Even if it's not email marketing, any marketing for that matter, if you have that emotive writing. And of course, I do this so many times. I have to read it many times. I get someone else to read it. I get someone else to test it as well. Because the human being will read what they want to read. Even you wrote it, you're thinking it's reading that way. But then it doesn't read that way. I normally would put it away for a day. And then read it again after a day. And I come to myself, what was I trying to do there? It just doesn't read right. So again, if you do email marketing, ask someone help to proofread it, get someone else to read it, put it away for a day before you do it again. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Getting it open is one of the challenges as well. How to get it open? There's several ways. Let me show you a few of the negative ways, okay, that I see a lot of. And this is quite common. They put images, lots of images on the email. That's what you see when you have images. Nothing in it. Now, most email applications are by default turn off images. So that's what you see. So avoid putting too much images in it. Here is just one block of image. Quite common. Why is this quite common? Because they use designers. Designers love the designs. It's so beautiful. They put one chunk of the design, and that's what they get. So again, try to avoid that. Another example. Now here's an example that I recommend. You use a combination of images and text. Because with the images, they will be blacked off, but you can still see some of the text. Now, you can't already see it quite clearly here. I'll give you copies as well, or anyone who's interested can get copies. Here's an example of a preview screen. Okay? So people generally will not open the images. So if they can't see what's in it, they probably will just turn it off. Unless they know you. If they know you, they'll probably turn on the image to have a look. So this is the example of the combination of text and image. So it's quite lovely. You can still achieve the presence, the impact with a combination of text and images. Okay, so getting it open, the key is you need to brand your email marketing campaigns. Use the same from line. It might be, let's say, for example, I use Patrick Zuluga PMZ Marketing. That's always what I use. I never change it. Same with you guys. If you have your own email marketing campaigns, brand it. Keep it steady for whatever. You can use a company name. You could use the name of an individual, but just tape it the same. If you want to brand the newsletter as well, brand the newsletter, but keep it the same. Then also, here's some statistics. 63.3% will open it because they know you. Remember I talked about the relationship with your list? If they don't know you, there's highly a chance they won't. And the only way for them to do that is to give them a subject line that is interesting. So if your combination, if they know you and you have a good subject line, you can get the interest to open it up. Now, obviously, everyone is busy. They might not open it up when they receive it, but they might open it up sometime again, okay? But keep that in mind. Keep those two things in mind. Branding, keep it the same, and give a good headline. In marketing, the subject line is a headline for email marketing, okay? Also bear in mind, it gets truncated at 50 characters. So keep the headline brief and in front. So we're looking at there, personal appeal. What's the message, the content, and call to action. So I think I've been able to address the first 3. Okay? Personal appeal, why it gets it open. What's in the message, the ID characteristics, the content, and we'll talk about the call to action as well. Here's another one. Number 4, give them what they want. This is so key. And I see it so often, not just on email marketing. Business owners are so proud and passionate about their business. They want to talk about themselves and their business. But frankly, and this might come as a shock to a lot of people, No one cares about your business. No one cares about your services or products. No one. They only care about what is it to me. So you need to write, what is it to them? How are you going to be able to help them? So that's the message you need to have. And how you can do that? Profiling. A lot of you, I think there was about 75% of you are doing email marketing. The question I'll ask you is, how many of those who are doing email marketing now study what happens when their emails are open? One? One. One. I'll tell you the value of this. Over time, you will find out what people are opening, when they're opening, what is interesting to them. You build this marketing intelligence information in your marketing tools. And when you understand why they're opening it, what is interesting to them, you have now a segment of your database. Clearly, highly motivated on a particular aspect. So what you would do is you don't send mass emails, you send segmented emails to your database. These people are interested in this. These people are interested in this. These people are interested in this. So yeah, now you have 3 emails that you might send, but you're more effective. You get more results. The focus of today is effective email marketing. You want results, business results, growing the company. You have to do these kinds of things. You cannot be lazy by just sending out a blast email to your mailing list. You must do segmentation. Capture interest in preference as well. When they sign up, one of the things you can do is just put a small tick box and say, what are their interests? So when you do sign up for my newsletter, sign up for anything, you can put small tick boxes, tick off the subject matters that are interesting to them. So even at the beginning, you can capture some of the information useful to them. In fact, I think at YM Chamber, we have a few tick boxes as well. So another thing is, from time to time, ask feedback, ask opinion. I find is another one of the funny things in business is the most important person you should be talking to is your customer. Not your colleagues, not your staff, not anybody else, the customers. Ask them what is important to them. And of course, this is another thing as well. Some people might not realize it, but mobiles and tablets are the way of the future. More and more people are opening up things with their mobile phones. So you need to see how your email marketing campaigns appear on a mobile phone or a tablet. That's part of your testing. Any questions so far? Lynn, why are you so quiet? Okay, right. Okay, number 5. Call to actions. Okay? We talked about this earlier. You don't want to assume they know what to do. Never assume they know what to do. You need to tell them what they want to do. Do you understand what I just said? You need to tell them what they want to do. Okay? So, in your mind, placing yourself with that individual, you need to be able to thinking how they should be doing it, what they should do, give them some examples. And I'll give you ways of doing this. There it is. Okay. Some of the characteristics for call to actions is being quite visible, telling them where it is. And this is a technique. At the beginning, at the middle, and at the bottom. Same call to actions. Why? You may have people who are already convinced at the very beginning to take the action. You don't want to give them any hardship to scroll down to the bottom. Let them take the action at that point. Some people may read a few more and then take the action. And some people will want to read everything and then take the action. So you have to give options for all 3 types of people. Okay? Next, you need to make it quite clear what the call to action is. If you're selling an event, book now is a call to action. Book now. If you're selling something, buy now. Okay? If you're providing an article, more information, read more. So quite short action verbs. Next is make it compelling. In marketing, you always have to create a sense of urgency. So when you're coming up with that call to action, why should they do it now, not later? Okay, it could be short-term offer. It could be until stocks last. Those kinds of things are examples of urgency. Take a reward. Give them an incentive. And a reward could be, if you take the action now, you might get a bonus, okay? Or you might get a freebie, or you might get a membership, short-term membership. A good example is I do a lot of email marketings, and I also get a lot of email marketings from marketeers as well. Why do I do that? Because I have to keep on learning, okay? And one of them I like quite much is marketing professionals. From time to time, they will provide an offer, sign up now for 1 month free subscription. That's an example of an incentive. It's a no obligation offer, but it gives you 1 month, and then you can see everything that they can offer. That is another risk mitigation factor. Think about it. And this is another, I'm going to venture away from email marketing for a while. But you need to realize this. When you're selling, imagine yourself at the bottom of the ladder or a staircase. And there's many steps, right? And at the landing, that's where they are as a customer, right? They're here, and you want them to be the landing, right, as a customer. Your offer is never going to be powerful enough for them to take the leap from the first rung of the steps to the landing. No way. Unless maybe you're selling products that are $10. No risk, okay? Small fries, they can take the risk. But most of the people here have more sophisticated products and higher cost products. So when you're email marketing, you don't ask them to jump that high. Make them jump small steps. Make them jump small steps and get them along the way toward being a customer. An example, let's say we're going to be selling a product that costs $10,000, a software application. Okay, $10,000. You really honestly going to think anyone would buy $10,000 worth of software from the first email? No. So what would your offer be? A trial, absolutely. That's an example, okay? Last but not least is measuring. Why do you measure? I guess we all manage our business, right? If you can't measure, you really can't manage it, right? Same thing works with marketing. And if you're not measuring it as well, you're really doing wishful thinking as well. So how do you measure against results? If you're using a proper email marketing tool, all of this comes with, I would say, 100% of email marketing systems, whether from Australia or from overseas, will have email analysis and performance tools. Those who are still sending emails by bulk from Microsoft Outlook, please consider moving on to an email marketing tool, because this is what it gives you. It allows you to be able to measure your results and test those trends. Test. Who has ever heard of A/B testing? A/B testing. Okay, A/B testing is the simplest form of testing. Version A, version B. Okay? What do you test? You test headlines. You test subjects. You test call to actions. You test the message. So what I would suggest is before you send out a bulk email, you might want to test maybe half of them on variant A, half of them on variant B, and find out which is a better result. Obviously, if variant B is working better than variant A, the next thing you should do is use variant A for the rest of your stuff, right? That's testing at the simplest. And I suggest that you should start thinking about how you can do that as well. Anyone who's done any form of testing at any point in time in the past? Okay, please. Oh yes, Julie, good stuff. You need to start doing that. Obviously, if you're measuring and you're changing and you're learning from the things you're doing, you get better. Getting better is being better in terms of growing your business. Okay? So those were the top 6. So Remember in the beginning I said just think of one. One of those 6 steps, implement one of those 6 steps. Then if you're happy with the results, move on to the next one. But just in your mind, keep those one of those 6. Now, what are the next few slides, I'll just be talking about some other ideas to help you with your email marketing as well. Try multimedia marketing. So an email is just one form, right? You can do a campaign that might have a mail out, an email, a website, Facebook campaigns, all supporting the same thing. So you can build campaigns on connected and integrated media. I ran a campaign recently in Melbourne. They had letters, they had Facebook, they had email marketing, all promoting their web store, a special offer for their products at their web store. Okay? So think about that as well. You can also improve your results by behavioral testing. And behavioral testing is basically in variant A, you might have this call to action. In variant B, this call to action. That's behavioral testing to find out what is more interesting to your readers. Your relationship to your list. One of the difficulties I encounter most is when someone's thinking, oh, I want to get into email marketing, but I don't have a list. Can I buy a list? Can I rent a list? Don't ever do that. Don't buy a list. Don't ever rent a list on email marketing because you will be a spammer in a very short span of time. So if you're getting into email marketing for the first time, what you should do? Well, if you haven't done email marketing in the past, sign up to Wyong Whispers. I'll tell you why. Wyong Whispers has a relationship with the members and non-members as well. So what you do, become a member of Wyong Chamber and promote yourself on Wyong Whisper with all of the things we talked about. What happens now is the relationship is with Wyong. You provided an offer, so there is a relationship to you as well because Wyong wouldn't be putting in that offer. They didn't think you were a good member. Okay? So anyone taking up your offer now gets into your list. So that is list building. You join different groups, use their list with an offer. You could be a joint offer, a joint promotion, and you in a short span of time, you'll have your own list, and your own relationship with that list as well. Optimum send times. Tell me when I think I have about a few minutes left. Optimum send times is another thing. On my own business, I send Tuesday, the 3rd week of the month at 1 o'clock. That is my technique, and I've found that to be most effective for my business. Each one of you has to analyze the results of openings and sends to find out which would be the best for your own businesses. So you need to analyze that as well. Looking at using automated campaigns as well. An automated campaign basically is, Julie is an example here of an automated campaign. People can sign up for an e-lesson, and the e-lesson is fully automated. It will send an email one after another, either based on a time or based on whether they clicked on the lesson or not. So you can fully automate messages as well. Anyone signing up to your newsletters, you can give a full range of automated campaigns as well. Again, keep in mind, give something to your clients that is unique to your email marketing tool, that they can't get anywhere else. Then you're building that value to open up those emails from you. Now this is kind of complicated technically, but any business is successful because of systems, right? Marketing has systems as well. It's not magic, it's a system. Marketing uses a system. Now, I'll just go through this briefly. And this works with any marketing campaign. A driving point is your first point of contact. You drive people into the funnel. The funnel is where you convert them. The funnel point is basically the supporting landing page, right? Resolution points could be further information that will give them the result. It could be testimonials, it could be guarantees, it could be certifications, those kinds of things. Waypoints and beacon points are basically the touch points to say, yes, I'm ready to make that conversion. It could be fill in the form now. And the final one would be booking or buying or downloading, okay? Now, I know this is a bit complicated. If you want to have a chat with me, I'll be here after the session anyway. But this is the marketing system. So if anyone wants to know about marketing systems to make your success in your business, just give me a chat after this. Landing pages, this is just a web page, okay? It's so important to have a landing page because it will now support your email campaign. Remember, you don't want to put everything on the email. You just give them enough to get them to bite. If they don't bite, they're not interested, right? The landing page will support you. Match your call to actions. Make it look like the email marketing tool as well. Okay, I've just been advised I'll get 9:30, so I'll finish this. Okay, so give call to actions. So again, sorry guys. Karen is giving me a kick in the bum now. Okay, so we can talk about the landing page as well. Matrix, again, every business is different, so you need to find out the technique that really measure your success. I mean, at the end of the day, what are we doing? We're here in business, right? So probably every one of you should have the last point, conversion rate. Are they doing what you want them to do? Could be buying, could be booking. That's what's important. So of the 1,000 emails you send, how many actually are buying, are booking, or whatever? That's conversion rates. Not open rates. Nope. Yes, they're important, but not the most important to you as a business. Some of the applications, and here's where the smarts come in. Here's where the smarts come in. We're talking about the database being segmented, right? You got, to the simplest, there's male and females. If your product is retail, will you be offering the same to a male and another one to a female? Probably not. But email marketing tools will be able to determine if you're sending it to a male or a female and provide a conditional message. If it's a male, send this message. If it's a female, send this message. Yes. That's the smart tools that you can do. And you can do it for anything. It could be age range. It could be industry. It could be, if you have the information, or the activities that they're interested in. That's conditional emailing, okay? That's viewing smart, okay? Of course, you can share with social networks. So powerful. Every email that goes out today should have a share capability. Share with LinkedIn, share with Twitter, share with Facebook. Because that means you can expand the range. Now, again, you need to give them incentive why they have to share. Think about that. Other devices, video capabilities, integration and QR codes. We can go into a lot of that. So again, please, I talked about a lot of things. Just take one particular point to take back to your business and implement to get those better results. You're next up, you know. And if you need any hints, you can sign up for the email newsletters as well. And if you're interested in a copy of the presentation, just see me or give me our business card at some point after this session. So thank you all. I think I did cover all of the items there. But if you're still interested to give me a chat, I'll be available after the session today. Thank you, everyone.